Hello! Welcome to DGA Live episode 5, probably. I'm very bad with keeping track of episode numbers. Also, numbers in general. Very bad with numbers. But welcome. Speaking of numbers, we've already got some people in the chat. Good to see you guys again. I'm looking forward to hanging out. I've got my friend and yours, maybe, unless he said something mean to you, Barrett Houchen, waiting in the wings again. And it looks like there's already... Oh, there he is. There he is. From the wings. Okay, you guys watching the DDO coverage. Nice. And KG will be in it. Hey, Dandridge, Kelly, Eric, Zach. What's up, guys? Looking forward to tonight. It's going to be a fun night. We've got Barrett and I are going to be here. We're going to answer your questions and probably ask you some questions. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of you know more about DGA than we do. So we're going to be definitely leaning on some of you wise people in the chat. But we're going to announce a new stock item to the DGA lineup later on. And then we are going to give one of them away. So I am very excited about that. But in order for that to happen, we have to get the entire room sufficiently bored. There's a curve. There's kind of a peak. If you look at YouTube live stream analytics, and it goes up, we got to wait for it to come all the way down to about right here, and that's when we're going to give it away. So you can help us with that. Don't like the video. Don't share this anywhere. And maybe we'll be giving it away in the next 30 seconds. I'm kidding. That's bad advice. Scott, what do you don't want to brag about? Let us know. Scott in the chat says, I don't want to brag, but he wants to brag. Something good happened. Hashtag Reef. Isn't that how we sign up? Oh my gosh, Dandridge. Nightbot. I had homework. Well, listen. Maybe it's just going to magically work this time. Let's do a test. Let's do a test giveaway. Nope, not that one. Login. Tyler Brickley. Hey, Kelly, welcome back. DG. Whoa, hang on. Back up. That would be that one. DGA Disc Golf. That's what we want. Don't listen to Tyler. Yeah, thank you, Kelly. Let's see. Giveaways. Users. 0 eligible users. Let's just see if let's just see if Nightbot's awake. Jeffrey thinks the new disc is going to be a blowfly quake. Okay, if we were doing the giveaway right now, it would have been Eric Springer. Okay, so we've got Nightbot. Whoa, I'm looking at a list of commands that you can do. That's pretty cool. What? Go home, Nightbot. You're drunk. Eric's not subscribed. We're not live right now. Wow. Listen, guys, if we're not alive right now, it makes you think. All right. I think I'm going to officially start the podcast portion of this. And then we're going to bring in Senior Barrett Houchen. This is episode 5, right? Hello, all, and welcome to episode 5 of the DGA Disc Golf Live podcast. My name's Tyler Brickley. I will be reading the chat to Barrett so that he can answer the questions tonight. And let's just start right into it and bring him in. Oh, hang on. Wait. I'm looking at his face. He was nodding no, like maybe that would be a bad idea.
Am I live?
You're live. We're
Oh,
here.
hey, how's it
This
going?
is it. Say hi, Barrett.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Okay, so we're doing a Skype call. Compared to last week, I could actually see what YouTube is seeing. So all I see is just Tyler's face. I don't know if I'm on or what. So,
Oh, that's right. Last week you
yeah.
saw the output from my streaming service, and now you just see our call.
Yeah, I get to stare at your beautiful face the whole time, which I'm fine
Uh,
with.
Sorry, dude. You should definitely pull this up on your phone, though. It'll be 20 seconds behind, but then you can. Oh, you probably already did that if you're already chatting.
Yeah.
Wow, you're
I,
smart.
for, I even forgot it was playing the video. I was just looking at the chat, honestly. But you're smart as well.
He kept the expensive banner, says Scott in the chat. So yeah, if you're listening to the podcast, behind Barrett is now he's doubled down on the banner from last week, and he's added a Team Squall piece of paper. The streamer is still there.
I do need to come clean about something, honestly.
Uh-oh, here we go.
So, so I made that Team Squall banner, hashtag Team Squall,
Right,
last week, pretty much like after the episode, because I thought it was funny, and
right.
I took the squall out of the bag.
Oh, that's awesome.
Bonsai gang, baby.
What
I got
kind
you.
of a what kind of a leader of Team Squall are you? Also, I need to switch.
Do as I say, not as I do.
I need to move monitors because I'm looking. I'm looking at you can't see what I'm seeing, but I'm looking away from you. And let's try this right here. Okay. That's better. Now I'm like kind of looking at you. Party time. What's up, Sep? DGA beat me to it. DGA Disc Golf, by the way, when you said Team Squall, they typed out hashtag Team Rift. Whoever's in charge of the DGA account right now.
Is
Good
that not
call.
you?
I can't, I don't. And then Eric said DGA beat me to the Team Rift. Hashtag Team Bonsai. Whoa, Scott coming in hot with
Thank you, Scott.
a third option. That would be the libertarian option, I guess. If we've got the standard candidates in Squall and Rift, we've got Bonsai coming in to try and shake things up. Anyway, we're gonna talk a bunch of politics on the stream tonight. So buckle up, guys. Barrett and I have some pretty divisive views.
We're not going to be friends by the end of the night.
We're gonna be less not friends by the end of the night.
Business associates.
Caesar Zermano. What's up, Caesar? How would you like a wrench? Barrett, I haven't talked to you since our last stream, right?
Right, except for 5 minutes before this one, I said, hey,
Yeah.
we doing that?
Yeah, that's right. But I've seen some pictures of you. I guess let's start by just tell us about your week. What have you been up to?
I played a tournament at the farm in Winfield, Kansas. I think it was called the Classic at the Farm. It was a B tier. Didn't go well, but I learned a lot, and I had a good time. That's always a great course to play. So other than that, just school and work and disc golf. That's all I do. How about yourself?
Same, except for the school and really, if we're honest,
The disc golf?
the work.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I mean the disc golf. Yeah. Let's go with that.
Oh, okay.
So, no, wait. I mean, obviously, I want to spend the lion's share of tonight talking about me. But before we stop talking about you, what division did you play in, and what did you actually score? And like, really, how did it go? High points, low
MA1.
points.
MA1. Low points was taking a quintuple bogey on the very first hole. And I shot like nine
On
big the first round, sitting
Was it
second
a
to last.
two-round tournament or something?
Yeah. And then the second round was the next day. They did one round a day. So the next day I shot like, I had a mentality of I have nothing to lose, so I'm just going to go all out. And I could have shot like 3 or 4 down, but on the last hole, I just kept running putts and going OB, so I shot one
Ouch.
big. But yeah, there was a lot to learn. It's just all mental. That was tripping me up in the putting green. That's all it was just putting.
If I don't know how to say this that it doesn't sound like a negative thing, but I mean that's kind of your biggest battle right now, right?
Correct. I will
Yeah.
not proudly. I will strongly agree with that.
I mean, because everybody in the chat is subscribed to our channel and has the bell on, so they've all seen the Most Fun Wins series. And by
Hmm.
the way, I want to ask you guys later what our next video should be. But everybody knows that you can putt, you got good touch with upshots, and you're great off the tee. So it's just a matter of, I mean, you played for 3 years, so it's just a matter of being able to, I guess, focus. Or what are you telling yourself? Do you feel like you just need to believe in yourself? Do you feel like when you get in those situations, like around the putting green or something, you're like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap?
I'm so like I guess I'm just realizing this now. What I was telling myself this weekend was you can do this, but it was sort of lackadaisical. Like, okay, you can do this, buddy. But I wasn't saying like, go hit that effing putt, man. Just I wasn't having fun with it.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's your problem, dude. Your inner voice cusses at you.
ah,
And so, I mean, like, you don't need that kind of toxic energy in your life. You need to find a new inner voice. Mine. Mine is mainly puns and Brian Regan quotes. So, kind of hard to lose focus with those.
right. But this past week, I've been working really hard about just walking up to him and saying like, you're gonna hit this. Like a college league on Tuesday, I there was multiple putts where I just walked up and said, you can hit this. Like there's a elevated basket death putt. I ran it and dead center. So it's just getting that positive reinforcement of saying, if you commit, it's going to go in.
Yep.
And most of the time, worst that's going to happen is I'll miss a little left or right, and it's just going to splash out, and I'm right there for a tap in. So it's just believing in myself, as you said. Yeah, that's all I need to do.
Easier said than done. KG in the chat says, well, a couple things. Got to play better to make that weekend roundup post. Haha. Although you did have a nice streak recently. And then in a second, he said, toughest part, what we're talking about is the toughest part of any sport. Way easier said than done. I'd agree with that. Let's see. We got a couple more questions for you on this topic. When will there be a Tyler and Barrett in the bag? That's a great idea. I actually already did my in the bag. Go to the Disc Golf Comedy YouTube channel, and you'll see my in the bag and review of the Grip BX2. But we need to make one for Barrett, though, right?
Is that happening soon?
I think so. I'm done with quarantine. I guess that wasn't really public knowledge, but we had a exposure a couple weeks ago, so we've been quarantining here at home. So that's why there hasn't been Most Fun Wins 11. Are we on 11 now?
Yeah, it'll be
Because
11.
it's 6-4.
Yeah, so I'll be getting my 7th win.
So it'll be 7-4. You think after this one?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. I just got to keep up with the numbers. Let me see. Is there anything? Oh, hang on. Let's go back up. Make sure we don't miss any questions. Barrett, were you putting with breakers? Yes, he was.
No. What?
But you're steady BL at this
I'm
point?
steady deal. I have breakers in case it's like really windy or it's my like turnover throwing putt.
Don't say it like, oh, I'm steady BL. Come on, you were like team breaker putter. I wish I had the clip that I could just queue up right now with all the times that you've yelled breaker season in our earlier videos.
Yeah.
And that season's over. So there you go. Will there be a tropical storm disc, a less stable or slower hurricane? Well, the slower hurricane, I guess you could throw the bonsai into that slot. And a less stable hurricane, I mean, that would be the Tempest. So there already are kind of things on either side of that, Scott. But yeah, we're always working on something. Eric wants to know, Barrett, is there anything that you do pre-putt? Do you have a routine?
I set my mini down, take a step back, deep breath, spin the disc on my finger, walk up, set my feet, another deep breath, stare at the basket, look at the chain, pick a chain, and say, hit that boy. And then I stare at it after it leaves the hand.
Okay, I think we're all starting to get an idea about your problem.
I overthink.
Well, it sounds like you got a whole song and dance that you do before the thing, and then if you say hit that boy, I mean like that's not positive. You need to say something like something that will make you smile and happy. Chat, what do you think? I would suggest that you say the word bubbles
Bubbles.
in your mind. See? See? See?
I'm just imagining telling myself bubbles right before we putt.
That's what I'm talking about. And then you'll get the biggest smile on your face and you'll make putts more consistently than you ever have. You're welcome.
But you see, I actually, when I took that quintuple bogey, I had like a 30-foot rollaway after I hit cage. I was grinning super wide. Maybe
Right.
not for the right reason.
Right.
I just need to tell myself bubbles though. That'll be good.
Zach Pagic says, I feel you, Barrett. My putting is an absolute dumpster fire. I change putting style 6 times per practice season. That's what they say. I've watched a lot of tutorial videos, Zach, and that's what they recommend.
Yeah.
Sepp changes his putting putters weekly. Kevin Garnett.
Hitting Tyler in the face with the putter.
Oh, that's funny. Yes, they're reminding you that you do putt with breakers per most fun wins 1. Bubbles. Bubbles it is after that reaction. That's like,
Bubbles.
you can't say bubbles and be angry about it. There's just no way.
Bubbles. That's such a good idea.
Zach says, pitter patter, let's get at her. Okay, here we go. When my putting, here's like, we got somebody in the chat who actually wants to help you, even though, don't rule out the bubbles thing. Eric says, when my putting was way off, I started to think to myself, hand to the pole, hand to the pole. And that helped me start to fix my putt and actually helped me take a win back in June. Nice work, Eric.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I've heard that too, and I've probably need to look into trying that too. I spent a lot of time in my backyard trying to get it nailed down. It's just a matter of relaxing and being confident. But everything else feels solid, so once I get that putting down, I'll be good in the hood.
Not sure if we can use that phrase, but there it is. Kelly says, hashtag Letterkenny. And Sepp wants to know about D-line breakers since you are the expert. Are D-line breakers not that... Actually, I'll start because I do bag a D-line and a pro-line breaker for up shots and for tee shots, depending. And yeah, the D-line breaker for me, I release everything with about 20 degrees of hyzer, and I have a middle-of-the-road arm speed. So for me, the D-line breaker starts out a little overstable at that angle at my speed, but after about 3 months, when I'm throwing it full power, it's a real nice dead straight driving putter. And then I also have the Pro line, which is just a touch more overstable, that I'll use for when I need it to only go 200 feet but still finish left. Headwind drives, headwind approach shots, even flick up shots. The breaker feels fantastic for sidearm touch up shots. And I've been trying the last 2 years to work that in more into my game, that flick up shot game. So that's my review of the breaker. Sepp?
And for me, I only have one D-line breaker in the bag right now. As I said, it's mainly for windy days. Inside the circle and outside the circle too, just for putting in general, you're never going to get it up to speed enough to really get some turn. If I throw my breaker, it's going to turn pretty quickly because it's so beat up. So it's kind of a weird dichotomy of when I throw it, it's really understable because I can get it to go fast enough. But when I'm putting with it, it's a lot more, it's quicker out of the hand than the steady BL, but it's more dumpy too. So, yeah, overall, it's more stable.
Far be it from me to criticize another man's putting choice, but because I think Christo was putting with breakers too.
Yeah.
This is the only reason that I could see somebody putting with breakers all the time is if they live in Kansas. So you got that going for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the steady or the steady BL are so much better. They're not flippy, but they are dead straight. Like the
Correct.
steady and the steady BL will go on a straight putting line for 60 feet if you want it to, you know?
Yeah.
And you really have to play a little bit of a curve with a breaker once you get outside circle one, unless you're just mashing it. And then the problem is if you miss, you're circle one again coming back.
Right. And I think I can kind of, well, for me at least, maybe Christo can relate. It's what got me on the breaker was the low profile. I
Mm-hmm.
typically enjoy lower profiles for putters, and it's pretty slim and it fights the wind no problem. It doesn't get as much flutter to it. But yeah, that's the downside is just the speed and how fast it comes out of the hand.
Right.
But when you do nail a 60 footer with like just zipping it out of the hand, you kind of look cool, impress the girls and whatnot.
Ah, there you go. Okay. Um,
The 160 footer I hit a year.
Caesar, Caesar, are you talking about the Matt Bell Steady or the D-line breaker? Dandridge said, I'm liking the new Matt Bell Steady for the D-line breaker spot. I'm getting a similar flight with a bit more glide. I actually have a handful of them, and I have not taken them out to throw or play with the Matt Bell Steadies yet. And then Caesar said right after that, it's great for a low glide turnover shot. I could see that applying to the breaker, but definitely
Yeah.
more so to the Matt Bell Steady.
For me, it definitely would apply to the breaker, but he might be talking about that too. Yeah, D breaker.
He
Yes,
was
sir,
talking about
Caesar.
the D breaker. Kelly's suggesting you should just say dichotomy to yourself because that's another funny word. Hard to be mad when you say dichotomy. Although it does remind me of, this uncle I had who had split views, a split
He,
personality, and he was nice sometimes and mean other times, and that's
it
not a
reminds
very
me of
happy
my
life.
physics teacher, and he always said that word. So I'm just sitting there thinking about all the stress I got from that class. Wow, we really have some positive associations with that word. Maybe we should say that word more in our heads.
Um, Millennium Disc Golf is just back from watching My in the Bag that we suggested a few months ago. This is great. This wasn't actually intended to be an ad for disc golf comedy, but hey, I'll take it. Breaker is similar to a zone. I always say, Zach, and guys, feel free to correct me, those of you that know DGA better than I do, but I threw harps forever, and I feel like and I've thrown a zone. I threw harps a lot. I've only thrown zones a little bit, but I feel like the breaker is dead in the middle of those in almost every category. Like it doesn't have as much glide. It's not as fast as a zone, but it's faster than a harp. And it's not as overstable as a zone, but I think it's more overstable than a harp. So just kind of
Yeah.
if you're drawing a diagonal line from a harp to a zone, I think the breaker's right in the middle.
And one disc that the breaker is very, very similar to is the Discraft Ringer or the Ringer GT.
Really? I
Yeah,
didn't know that. I thought the ringer was way understable.
no,
It's been
no.
like 10 years since I've thrown one, so I'm obviously wrong, but I had it in that like banger GT type spot.
Even the Banger GT is overstable. Not as
May-
overstable as the Ringer, I think. I
Huh.
haven't thrown the Banger, but
Maybe I used to have more arm speed when I was like 2 months into the game and had those discs. Maybe I
yeah,
could
just
throw
ripping
better than I
them.
can now. Yeah, correct, Zach. I'd say the breaker should be a touch more overstable and slightly slower than the zone. Barrett, we'd rather you hit all your 20 footers than your 160 footer a year, says Caesar.
I agree,
You
but
can't argue with him.
I go for glory.
Oh, you said you already responded to that. We all want Barrett to win. Halfway between a pig and a zone. I've never thrown a pig, although I did make fun of it once in a video. No angle control.
Yeah,
All
MJ
right.
does both Ringers.
Barrett, is your house on fire right now?
No, should I talk about that?
You
Okay,
should
so
probably glance out your window every once in a while just to make sure it's not any closer.
it's very dark.
If we start seeing a dull glow behind you, I can let you know.
It's probably still going, honestly. So there's a salvage yard about half a mile from my house, and we see smoke through the window, and it's a huge gloom of smoke. So there's just cars lying down the street. And I ride my bike down, and I look over the fence, and it's like 75 feet across. There's just this raging fire, and there's just fire trucks coming in more and more, and they're trying to take it out. But I had to leave to come do this amazing podcast that everyone in the world should listen to.
Oh, you're doing another podcast after this one?
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it seemed like it was getting bigger. So maybe my banner will be gone by the end of tonight because my house will burn down.
Yeah, so I mean, like, all of my coworkers are in California, right? A lot of the DGA team is in California.
Yeah.
And it's like end of the world over there. I mean, there's so many fires, right? And there's so many reports of people losing their homes and just all sorts of crazy stuff. And every day I talk to a coworker and there's another crazy update. So yeah, definitely hope y'all are keeping safe over there on the West Coast. Hope you can get out and play, but hope more than anything that your homes are still there when you get back and
stay safe. Kelly, is it more crazy this year than past years, kind of like it was for Australia, or is it just, I mean, I know it's like an every year thing, but is this year like especially crazy?
It's like we have the rainy season and we have the fiery season.
It'd be like Kansas having tornadoes every year, but heck, we had none this year as far as I can remember.
I've been here for 32 years. I mean, we're the tornado capital of the world, and I've never been a part of one. Even though they've happened a lot, I've never.
Right. There's been one time where we actually feared it would actually come for our house, but didn't even get near us.
Hang on. You encourage the people to be safe and do something heartwarming about how we support the people in California. I'm going to go move my mock light basket so that it makes my stream look a little cooler. Okay? We've all got stuff to do.
Sounds good. KG said, absolutely earlier this year from that freak lightning storm last weekend. Fire season goes till damn near December, it seems. I couldn't imagine that. We don't have to worry about that. I mean, the closest I've gotten is Colorado. They have to deal with fires a lot. It seems like every region of the country has their own little season of just regular storms they endure. Like Iowa just got devastated with I think it's called a derecho, just high windstorms and millions of people are without power. But there's just so much going on in the world. I don't know what Tyler's doing right now. He's adjusting his lights. He's making his basket look good.
Yeah. So anyway, we love people. And, hang on.
Yeah, Caesar said it's the worst that he can remember, and he's lived there his entire life. Well, I hate to hear that, but hopefully everyone turns out okay, or at least there's just as minimal damage as possible. Hello, Tyler.
Hopefully my basket helps in some way. I don't know. I mean,
problem solved.
Worth
the
a
fires
shot.
Are not receding.
Yeah. Vote for me for governor. I've got some great ideas on how to help the country.
If the fire starts up, you just move your basket an inch to the right, and it just stops.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah, knock on wood. What's your words? $1 gajillion should do it, Sep. Yes, Eric, I think I have actually seen that as a suggestion. Didn't you say the word derecho?
Is that how it's pronounced?
Oh, I don't know. What did you say?
I said derecho.
We're going to find out right now.
Okay. This week on DGA Meteorological Podcast.
How do you pronounce derecho? Here we go. Let's listen. Derecho. Somebody has actually suggested that as the name of a DGA disc, and I like that a lot. So, shh. Let's not say it anymore, because we don't want it to like get out there and people start posting about it, and then other companies are going to be like, hey.
They're going to berate you about the derecho.
Wow. There you go.
Really leaned on that one.
I think your minis should be called buoys. Ooh, yeah, that's true.
That's such a good idea.
That's a great idea. Okay, so I don't know how long we've been streaming or really what let's see how the Let's see if the stream has dropped off enough for us to give away a disc. I really was hoping that we could kind of kill the thing, but sadly, it keeps going up. So I mean that's great for our brand, but I kind of had a plan. I kind of had a shape in
That nice
mind.
bell curve, yeah.
Yeah, nice bell curve, and I really wanted to be at the bottom of it. I'm thinking like 2 a.m. Like you and I are just, we're just
Yeah, I won't
talking
have to
about.
work at 8 tomorrow or anything, right?
Yeah, same.
I mean, you don't work, so you don't have to worry, I guess.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't have to work tomorrow. So,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah, but take the day off. That's what Kelly said.
Would be hilarious to use that savage name for a really flippy putter. Like, coming soon, the DGA derecho. And then just show zip. It's just like
Just fluttering in the wind.
Oh yeah. A Matt Bell curve. There you go. Hey, let's do something though. I think I can bring up a picture. I want to remind people that this exists. Let me see what this does. I'm going to push a button. It may just end the stream. So if that happens,
Bye, guys.
good afternoon, good evening, and good night. But here we go. Okay, I think it's working. Can we still hear you? Barrett, can you say something?
Hi, Tyler. My name's Barrett.
No, we can't. Okay, try it again.
Bubbles.
There Perfect. Okay, so this is the DGA Granite Quake,
Ooh.
and this is just a few awesome shots of it. I'm curious, how many people in the chat have a Granite Quake? Because they were released at Ledgestone at a week, 10 days ago.
Let's see, me, Eric.
I'm curious to know how many people have them, and then I believe there will be a handful for sale coming up. So I just kind of wanted to throw that in front of you guys and remind you that existed. And then also I wanted to ask the chat, who's got one, and what are you thinking of it? I can't wait to get mine. I think I'm gonna bag a lot of them, and it's gonna kick a few different discs out of the bag for me.
Similar to what I've experienced with D-Line, it seems like it has that exponential phase where it beats in really quickly with a couple tree hits, and then it just slows and it stays at that spot for a while. So it's like rapid change, and then it'll just mellow out, and you have the same disc for a while. Once it beats in a bit. That's my hot take.
I saw somebody. I'm actually really excited about that. I could see how guys like you maybe wouldn't be. Really excited about it having that kind of initial beat-in period. I think that it could go from like really good to super really good in the first couple months for mid-level arm speeds. So, Kelly, I'm going to be hitting you up tomorrow because I totally forgot to do that today. And this one, and then the other one that we're going to talk about in a minute. Need to get a handful of those. You are probably going to want to get a handful of the other one as well.
I have already put in the order with Kelly, and it's more than a handful. Let's say that.
Dang it. Okay. I don't want to get you. Is there like a minimum or something, or was there not?
No, there's.
Okay, then how
I'm
many?
just excited.
How many did you get?
10.
10?
It's okay. For
No,
the price?
well, listen. If you got one of them for every single time that you've asked me when we're going to have them over the last year, you would have ordered 37.
That's correct.
So I guess 10 is pretty conservative.
And I mean, I'm thinking long term. It's not like I'm gonna just blast through them all or anything. So
this is going to be a new stock option for us. So
I'm so excited about it.
You will potentially be able to continue to get them for all of time. So guys, I'm not going to announce it right now, but I'm curious. Start to guess. We're not going to say if you guess it right, but what do you think the new disc is? It's not a new mold. I shouldn't say new disc, actually. It's a new option. It's a new, it's a current mold in a plastic that we haven't released before. That a lot of people have asked for.
Did you see my comment on the DGA Facebook today for when they were teasing it?
No, I blocked you on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Well, I put in the comments the new disc is going to be a 150
Oh,
class, SP
yes, I did.
Flex. Yeah, Tyler Brickley, Riptide, something like that.
I don't know. Sounds a little overstable for me. I mean, I guess I could use it for thumbers. My thumber's getting up there to about 125, 130 feet, so
Ooh.
not
I
messing
think
around.
I'm just throwing this out there. I think SP Flex Hellfires would be pretty good.
Yikes. That sounds super overstable. Wait, have we not had an S? No, we've had SP
There's
Flex
SP.
Hurricane
Oh yeah, SP Flex
and
Hurricane.
then SP Hellfires, but we've never done SP Flex. That would be beef
Nolan, he
city.
has a Z Flex machete, and that thing is just straight up, straight down. That's all he can do
Yeah.
with it. It's insane.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I guess there's the other disc. We don't really know where that's going to land.
The
Literally.
wait,
We
what?
don't know if
The
it's going to land 250 feet out or 310 feet out, but it's going to be somewhere in there. The Hypercane is what I was talking about.
oh,
Shipped out today for you. Dang it. Why does Barrett always get stuff before I do?
wait,
I've
it
got a
shipped out.
title. Look. Look at this. I've got a you look at yours. Come on. So maybe you're representing the brand and
DGA, yeah, DGA.
I
Okay,
don't
so if they might show up before we film our next most fun wins, and if that
that'd be
happens,
fun.
you're screwed. You're so screwed.
um, okay, speaking of next most fun wins, let's talk about that before we talk about the new disc option. This is our plan as of right now. We've got a 6-hole course about half an hour from me. I don't know how far it is from you. Is it further than
I
that?
probably in like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, because it's east. Um, there's a 6-hole course that has really new Mach 5s. Really, really awesome looking Mach 5s with number plates. Um, it's on a really tiny strip of land by a highway, but actually the holes are pretty long. So Barrett and I, for our next most fun wins challenge, challenge 11, where I bring it back to 5 to 6, where that's going to happen, is we're going to play 3 rounds of that 6-hole course for a total of 18. So our thought was we could switch up the format every 6 holes. So format number 1, we're going to play the first 6 holes with our off. Actually, we shouldn't do that when we're cold. We should do that for the second round. We're going to do the first 6 holes with rollers only, outside of circle 1. Rollers only outside of circle 1. That's the first 6 holes.
Mm-hmm.
Then and we're going to be playing match play with carry. Without. We'll need to think about that. Round 2, the next 6 holes will be offhand. So Barrett and I will both be throwing every single shot with our left hand only. And then the last 6 holes, I want to do a would you rather. So, and my thought is it will be would you rather slippery versus sticky. Now let me quickly explain. I'm thinking would you rather have your hands, like dip your hands in something sticky or dip your hands in something slippery? And my initial thought was that, oh, hang on, I think we're cutting out. Is my call cutting out to you?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm getting some buffering notifications from YouTube. Oh, there, I think it's okay. Anyway, I'll finish that thought. My initial thought was to have only one person, whoever was ahead, has to do the would you rather, but I'm thinking at this point, the person that's losing gets to choose first. Would you rather do one or the other? That person gets to choose first, and then the other one has to do the other one. So I'm thinking like either honey, like you have to dip your hands in honey at the beginning of every hole, or you have to spray your hands off with like Pam, like cooking spray, or WD-40 or something that would make your hands really slippery. What do you think you would pick?
I think I would go with the WD-40. I think it'd be easier to account for the slip can just change your release point a bit, and it sounds a bit more appealing than honey, honestly.
Well, that works great because I think I would pick honey.
Hmm.
Okay, hang on, hang on. I'm still getting streaming challenges here. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Okay, hang on, hang on. Okay, let me check something. Please hold. It's cutting out a bit, says KG. That's no good. Somebody says they dropped it down to 720 and it fixed it for them. Bang, bang, buoy boy gang from Jerome. Caesar says, I got kicked off the team, but I got a job instead. Well, there you go. If you can't make it on Team DGA, just join the DGA offices.
What's Caesar's position? I know he worked for them, but I don't know his position.
He's our course sales
Oh,
manager.
nice. Okay, cool.
We don't have. Oh, okay. Yeah. Stick 'em instead of honey. Isn't that thing that football players and baseball players use when they want to cheat?
Pine tar.
Pine tar.
Yeah.
Something like really sticky.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd rather go with the slippery, I think.
The sticky would leave a lot of residue on the disc, maybe impact flight more.
Yeah. Maybe if we throw hard enough, the sticky won't really have that much of an effect. Same for slippery. I don't know. We'll find out.
That's kind of my thought. My thought for slippery is you have to throw everything real soft, but sticky, I think you would actually want to throw it hard. You know what, though? Oh, hang on. Oh, I think I see the problem here. Oh, no. My internet has just taken a dive. 437 upload and 0.4, no, other way around. 437 megabits per second download and 0.4 for upload. That's not good to stream with.
Nope. You need me to take the helm with my monster internet?
Realistically, I think that we will just need to either wait it out or just end it. I think that we will probably, let's go ahead and announce the disc so that the stream will be live and people can go back and watch it. If people aren't able to watch it right now, they can go back and listen to it or watch it later on. Looks like the chat's still healthy. But, yeah. Okay, so sadly, this might be a little choppy for some of you. But the new disc, I'm going to wait for a drum roll in the chat. At least one. No, in the chat. No cheating. Streaming okay right now. It definitely is giving me all sorts of warnings.
Yeah.
Seems okay. Okay. All right. Well, I won't rush through it. I was hoping to take 15 or 20 minutes to kind of build it up before I announce the new disc so that everybody's really disappointed. But I guess I could just say what it is.
Now let's hold off for another 2 hours.
I think that would be good. I think that's the right way to do it. So nobody's guessed. Everybody put in a guess. What do you think the new plastic? It's a current plastic and a current mold, but it's a combination of those two that we've never done before.
Tyler Brickley SP Flex Tour Series. Oh, sorry. Just putting in my guess.
Mm-hmm. DGA Disc Golf guesses SP Flex Hellfire. Nope. Wrong,
That'd
and
be
also
nice.
shame on you because you're the one announcing this, so you really should know.
What if he isn't lying or she?
The teaspoon fluid 150 is what Barrett thinks it is. Or tablespoon. I guess that's the abbreviation for tablespoon. We'll wait for a couple guesses.
Or maybe it's a new basket, like because last week I think it was Big Red Lego was talking about throwing the Mach 7. Is that what we're going to be throwing?
Yes,
A
that's
basket?
most fun wins. Caesar guesses a D Rift. Sep
Ooh,
says Ice Bonsai. Oh, that'd be cool. Ice
that would be
Squall.
cool.
SP Steady BL. Okay, these are all good guesses. Is somebody writing these down?
Take ideas.
Dandridge says, "I know." No, believe me, we've got a list of everything that we want. We, just like you guys, we also throw DGA, bag DGA discs, and have dreams about what we want. And so we've definitely got a list at corporate of all the things that we want to make. A lot of our decisions are what are we doing right now, and a lot of it is demand. So there's been a ton of demand for this one, and actually nobody has said it yet. RDGA Hellfire. Oh, that'd be so fun.
Yeah, that would be.
Let's do it. D Hellfire. I would love to try out a D plastic distance driver. I think it's probably on paper not a great idea, but I think it'd be really fun for a few months. Ice pipeline. Okay. Nobody's got it. Dun, 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 dun. It is the D-line Quake. People have been asking for a D Quake since before I was born. That's right. For the last 33 years, people have been asking DGA to make a D Quake.
Steady Ed founded disc golf to make a D-line Quake.
Just to make a D-line Quake. And then while he was there, he was like, well, you know what? Might as well make a basket and other stuff. So these are some actual photos that were taken today because these are hot off the press. These just got in. And we are going to give one of these away in a second, assuming that, oh, look, all my, I'm back to having an excellent connection. Thank you to those of you that weathered the storm with us. So, Barrett, tell us why you've wanted a D-Quake.
We kind of
Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm so sorry, Barrett. Nobody heard anything you just said. Okay, now they can.
Okay. We kind of touched on it last week with the Granite Quake. Just in terms of, we want something for all the aftershock lovers, forgive me. We want something with the flight of the aftershock, but with the feel of the Quake, because the Quake has a bit more, I don't know, I guess I'd say modern feel to it.
Uh-huh.
So the D-line Quake, everyone loves to cycle mids, like, all the old guys who cycle their rocks. We can kind of do that with the Quake. It'll be interesting to see how they'll come out of the box. I think the Quakes were a lot more straight than people expected at first. Even for me, I was, it's not expecting. I was expecting something between an aftershock and Quake, but it came out more like an aftershock. So I think it's, it's going to be that straight mid-range that everyone wants, but with a fantastic feel in the hand.
Yeah.
How about you? Same thing, pretty much?
No, hang on. I can't talk about it because I'm going to try and do a thing. I want to try and get the picture of the Quake. Let me see. Can we do that? Can I do this on the fly? Whoa! There it is. That's not exactly how I had it pictured. Let's just put it like... What if we just put it right there? And what if I chop off the top off and the bottom? Now we need to move it up off of our socials.
You think
Yeah, close enough.
You think I could ask Kelly about the dominess of the Quakes, or the D-line Quakes, if they're flat or domey? Is he allowed to? Okay.
No, Kelly hates questions.
Oh.
And you. He actually doesn't mind questions.
He just doesn't like me.
It's you.
Okay.
No, that's a great question because actually Kelly and Caesar, you guys are the only two who have actually seen in person because they just came in today. I'm curious too.
What I was theorizing with my friend is the Granite Quakes are a bit more stable or domey, So it's easier for them to kind of taco in, and lose their stability quickly. If the D-line
Oh,
quakes came out board flat like the first flights, it's not gonna lose that stability as quickly and waffle up. That's
yeah.
one curiosity I had with it, is if they're board flat or not.
So glad they have the new big icon stamp. Those are superb. Nice. This would be awesome as my first DGA disc. There you go, Melanie. I hope you win. We're gonna do a giveaway here in a minute. How will the
You said
D-line
flat.
compare to the granite? Modern feel. Okay.
Caesar said flat, so
Oh, good.
beautifully flat.
Oh, good. These and the remaining granite quakes will be available on discgolf.com and in retailers in the coming days. Yeah, we're working on getting those available. So this is a little bit of a pre. I mean, it's not too pre. We're talking the next few days, but you can't go buy one right now. But one of you is going to win one, so you don't even need to buy one. You could buy 9 more if you want to keep up with Barrett.
I'm coming out hot.
The Quakes, yes, thank you, Kelly. Quakes, the MSRP is only $9.99. This beautiful disc could be yours for $9.99 with free shipping if you order more than $50 on discgolf.com, by the way. Keep that in mind. Okay. Oh, great. I'm getting errors again, but I want to give one of these away. That is a heck of a deal. I want to give away a Quake to somebody who wants to win a Quake. If you win the giveaway and you don't want to win a Quake, let me know, because you should get nothing. But if you win the giveaway, that's not how giveaways work. You're going to get it no matter if you want to or not. Motivation is not important. All that's important is Nightbot picks you. So who's ready?
Me.
You're not eligible.
But I want to like.
Neither is me, Kelly, Caesar. Who else is in here? I think there's a couple team members in here. We're going to have to re-roll like 17 times. Basically, it's like, okay, is anybody in here not on the team or work for us? You get it. You can have it. That's fine.
It's just a team hangout.
Oh, man. I really do. Yeah, I am incredibly excited to get some of these and the Granite Quake. As well as, by the way, speaking of DGA originals, which we weren't, the icon stamped Ice Tempest. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people posting them.
I am going to throw the bejesus out of those things.
How does it compare?
Well, I'm assuming they're going to fly like my other Ice Tempest that's stamped with the DGA quarter stamp. And I feel like compared to the Proline Tempest, which has got a flip up and a nice turn on it, but really kind of keeps gliding out for a while.
Yeah.
My Ice Tempest, I feel like it's a really rare combination of it has a lot of high speed turn, but then really really dies at the end.
It's good for that high flip, but dependable fade.
Exactly. It's a really rare. I don't feel like I have too many discs that will turn fast and also fade fast. I feel like you usually kind of get one or the other.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty unique shape and useful. So it's definitely not going to be like my longest Tempest, but it's a really fun shape, really fun to throw. Sorry, taking a little bit away from the D Quake, but DGA Originals. Go to discgolf.com/DGA-originals. You know what? Don't even just erase that out of your brain right now, because I am putting it in the chat. There you go. Go there. It's not a link. What if I did this?
Hey, wait a minute. You're in charge of the DGA disc golf?
No.
I'm in shock.
I'm just really connected with the guy or gal that is.
Telepathically just telling them what to type.
Okay, guys, here we go. Let's give it away. It's 54 minutes and 15 seconds into the stream right now. We're going to give this away at 55 minutes on the nose. I think our last stream was like exactly an hour. Let's make that our goal. So we got 5 more minutes.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, and then by the way, as an aside, this is this isn't really the point of this stream, but me and a couple DGA guys are going to be hanging out and streaming some Fall Guys, potentially, over on my channel after this. Check out my Facebook. It's going to be great. If you want to continue this DGA-centered party, come on over after the stream.
Who are you streaming with?
What am I streaming with?
Who are you streaming with?
Well, I think Kelly and Caesar.
Nice.
But I haven't talked to them since we started the stream, so I'm assuming that's the plan. They may be playing right now, and somebody else is in charge of their accounts in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I am about, what time is it? 55. Oh my gosh, I'm 15 seconds late. Gosh dang it. Here we go. Winner. The winner of the very first D-Line Quake to ever be given away is, if they're eligible, Dandridge. All right, there we go. That's number one. I'm hoping we get to 17. Okay, Dandridge, know we love you in our hearts. And the next potential winner is Sep. Sep can win it. Sep's not on Team DGA or works for DGA. Congratulations, Sep. Sep, you deserve it. Sep has got about 1,300 DGA discs in his garage right now that he has bought in the last 6 weeks. So happy to send you one of those for free, dude. Thanks for your support and congrats. Definitely am going to need pictures of that and your review of how it flies. Congrats, Sep. Everybody's super happy for you, including Joey. Saying a lot of nice things. Okay. Guys, tune in next week. The plan is that we are going to have a couple of DGA team members that aren't Barrett. As I'm the one doing the streaming, you're kind of stuck with me. So sorry about that. Man, imagine a world where you could have a DGA stream without Tyler. Wow. That's the dream. That's paradise. But you're stuck with me for now. But Barrett's expendable. So we're going to kick him out next week and bring in potentially Hawk and Dandridge. Dandridge can tell us all how it felt to win the D-Line Quake, the Dandridge Line Quake, and then have it ripped back out of his hands and given to someone else.
He might bail on it now that he's so mad, just boycott it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, something came up. I can't be on the stream this week. So Barrett, take us out. You did great last time. Take us out again.
This is episode 5 of the DGA Disc Golf Podcast. Did I say that right?
Oh yeah, you nailed it.
Oh, I nailed it. Okay.
Too.
DGA Disc Golf Podcast. The fire is encroaching on my house. Sep's got a new D-Line Quake. I have 10 on the way. Tyler's awesome as always. Thank you guys for joining us. We had a great time again. I will be in the chat next week as Tyler, Dandridge, and Hawk ham it up. And we look forward to it. Anything, Tyler?
Oh, that was perfect. Thank you guys all for hanging out. We will be here next Thursday evening. Peace out. Talk to you soon.